Hey, what is up, you guys? I am Sin City Spartan HD, and welcome to Flex Talk. Today I have with me, you guys can go ahead and introduce yourselves.
My name is Fear. I'm the head of live operations here at the Flexx Network.
Hey everybody, my name is Tanner, head of operations here at the Flex Network as a whole.
What's up? This is the director for Flex Games, the Ocean Peasy.
Alright, yeah, I got these guys with me today, and I'm very excited to be back doing Flex Talk. Now, we got topics to get into, of course. Now, Microsoft is pretty much accusing the Wii U of being an Xbox 360, and Microsoft is known for saying their words out loud and then like kind of apologizing or something like that. I mean, the Wii U. I mean, I am impressed with the Wii U. I don't see how it is an Xbox 360. If anything, it's a step above the Xbox. What do you guys think?
I think that what Microsoft's calling is bullshit, honestly.
Yeah, I honestly think that too because I don't think no other consoles out there will copy off of another console. That's
Yeah.
just, to me, that's pretty cheap.
Every console has something different that makes it unique. The PlayStation and the Xbox, people might say they're the same, but they have attributes to them that make them different from each other. And the Wii is just a whole nother aspect. I could never see how it would be copying the Xbox in any sort of way possible.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
with the Wii U coming out soon, I don't even know when is it
comes
coming
out in
out?
November if I'm correct.
Okay. With it coming out at that time point, and then next gen consoles from Microsoft and Sony coming out in 2013 to 2014, how practical is the Wii U going to be?
Well, it's gonna be the first next gen console, pretty much. I mean, or you can. I would say, mostly it probably wouldn't be considered one, but I would consider a next gen console just for the
Yeah.
fact that another console hasn't been made by any of these three companies, and I don't even want to know how long.
But
So
what
I,
Well-
gives you faith in Nintendo, the company that's completely failed to be successful for the past
I mean, I'm not
Five,
saying
six
that it gives me faith in. I'm not saying that I'm getting faith in Nintendo, but I'm saying it has the opportunity. If the Wii U, there we go, sells good, it has the opportunity to set the standards for next gen consoles.
Yeah,
That's,
I mean-
that's the high thing it has, or the good thing it has about coming up. But the bad thing about it is that, I mean, preferably if I were a console maker, I would wait till the other next gen consoles are out just so I could see what they have to offer, so I know
and step
to
it
offer
up.
more,
So you could
or
one-up
change it
them,
up
yeah.
and stuff like that. So
Alright,
it kind of
like-
has a good thing and a bad thing to it, in my opinion.
I mean, the thing with the console making as opposed to game making is, I mean, both of them have the same thing you got to do. You take things that were great from that console and make it better, or you innovate things from that console and make it better. I mean, that's always been the thing with next gen consoles. I mean, say the Wii U is practically another Xbox, or it is somewhat like the Xbox, then
people
it took
still buy it.
yeah, it innovated things from the Xbox over to make its console better. I mean, that's what games do as well. I mean, Far Cry 3 is taking stuff from the Call of Duty franchise and a lot of other first-person shooter franchises and trying to make their game better. I mean, I don't see any problem with
That's
that.
exactly
still-
what I was talking about too. It's you want to be the last person to sell. That way you can see what other people are doing or other companies or anything like that. See what they're doing, and you can change yours in any way to make it better or just to make it different.
Yeah, and basically what Phil Spencer stated is that he thinks that the Pro Controller makes a lot of sense with the platform they've built. They are building a platform that is effectively a 360 when you think of the graphical capability. And I mean,
That's pretty much just like saying the PS3 copied the
It-
Xbox through graphics. That makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Graphics are always updating, so you can't really say. And plus, it's not like they made the graphics card that the Wii is using and all that. I mean,
yeah,
to be honest, they can't call it a copy because honestly, I could make something and use the same graphics card that the Xbox is using right now, but it wouldn't be copying because it's out there on a free market.
Yeah.
I mean, number one thing is that I think Microsoft needs to, they always need to be careful of what they say because then it could start a lot of uproar.
Yeah, I think that Microsoft does decide to start a lot of drama sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot.
me-
Yeah.
I like Microsoft. I mostly like Microsoft Game Studios because they're better as a publisher than the actual company itself. The company's kind of a douchebag in a way. But, I mean, yeah, I guess that's how we can wrap up that topic. Now, this one is really crazy. I mean, this one's going crazy. Europe court ruled that gamers have the right to resell I can't say it, digitally purchased games from like Steam and stuff.
So in other words,
When you say digitally purchased,
Yeah,
we're all having troubles today.
yeah.
digitally
Games.
purchased, how I got it.
Do you mean games that we're not talking about hard disks? We're talking about games that are on a hard
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah, like if I were to buy
Like Steam.
the Binding of Isaac or whatever.
So wait, if I say for instance I bought Terraria, I can return it.
Well, no, this
you
is only
wouldn't
in Europe.
return it. You could resell it to somebody else.
Yeah, but this is only in Europe. So, I mean,
Oh man, I
But
want
that
this-
happens anyway. I mean, well, how would you even do it on something like Steam? Don't you have to? Doesn't it go to your account?
I'm not sure. I mean, in Europe, the Europe court, I mean, their court system's kind of different from ours of how they ruled this, and I'm not sure like how Steam and other, online programs are going to be able to do this. It's very confusing in my head.
Is
How-
this illegal in the U.S. currently?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
I don't think it's ever gonna
considered
become
piracy.
I don't think it's ever not going to become, or I don't think it's ever going to be legalized. Hashtag SOPA.
Yeah.
I remember that.
SOPA, PIPA, all those.
All that
freaking
stuff
things.
pretty much ruined. I mean, even though it didn't go through, it pretty much ruined the stakes of anything good or
Yeah.
any differences happen to the selling and transmitting of of copyrighted.
But the thing is there a
videos.
desire? Is there a general consensus that people need to be able to sell digitally purchased games?
I don't even know how the whole idea of it came up. Whoever.
Hey, I would definitely love to sell back my Terraria because I never play it.
Well, I think the idea popped up because if you think about it, you can go to like GameStop and trade in your game, practically reselling it, and then get another game. I think that's how the idea pretty much came up. You
But
buy
then-
this
But they
game, you don't
did,
like
now
it,
they're
return
doing it on a more of a mass market. They can sell it to somebody else who doesn't. I think because GameStop doesn't it have like the legal rights to resell games,
Yes.
so they're pretty much doing it on a mass market so that. Because before, the only people that had the right to legally resell games were people that were mostly stores like GameStop that, had official legal rights to do it. But now they just made it so that, say I buy The Binding of Isaac and I don't like it, or I just feel like trade or selling it for a higher price, I could sell it to, say, you, Tanner, for something higher now if we were in Europe.
I
Well,
just
I
think
think
it's
that-
humorous.
I think
really
the
Kind of
resell-
stupid.
I
This
think the
whole-
resale only it's like GameStop. You can only sell it back to GameStop. I think that's how the resale works.
Yeah.
I just think it's humorous, the whole restriction on this kind of stuff. I mean, do they honestly expect people to respect this kind of law? Because I've sold games to my friends. I sold Halo 3 to a friend of mine for like $30 or something.
Yeah,
That's a
I mean,
diss,
who
though.
doesn't sell video games to their friends? I mean,
Yeah.
But then also you gotta know GameStop actually takes money. They don't give back the full amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
GameStop
But
is,
They
like,
take a
making
commission, yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
take their own
Commission.
little commission.
So
But we're-
if they're doing that for a Steam game, then probably they're gonna be taking. You're not gonna get like the fully amount of money back.
Yeah.
But we're talking about like, say, if I were to buy a game and then sell it to Tanner. I mean, that happens.
Yeah, say
all the,
okay. Say for
it
instance, you
might
buy
be
a game
illegal,
for-
but it happens all the time, and nobody honestly cares. So
Yeah.
I kind of think that the law is just kind of stupid.
And
It's
I bet
gonna-
I could do it.
everything
I bet I
happens.
could do it right in front of a cop on the street. He could
Yeah.
be watching me. He could be in a conversation with me.
Hey.
He'd be like, "Hey, dude, you want to buy this game from me?" He'd be like, "Yeah," and there would be no.
I
There
mean,
would
it
be
happens
no-
anyway. I think that the whole point of the day had to go into detail about something that happens anyway, even though it's illegal, is kind of stupid. But
Just go on the corner and like sell your game. Hey, I got the game.
the black market games.
Yeah. 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 I mean, honestly, like this
I've
is
actually
crazy
sold a game in
'cause-
front of a cop before, and he didn't say anything. He actually asked how good the game was. Like
Well,
they
the thing
honestly
is,
don't care.
this is
Fuck,
going to be
Probably has a
affecting Valve.
YouTube.
This is going to be affecting Valve and EA immediately because they will have to make changes to their website to affect the ruling or
Yeah, they have
reflect
to
the-
change their policy and stuff.
Now, anyways, let's move on to this next topic.
excited for
Vivendi,
this one.
the Vivendi, the parent company of Activision Blizzard, is selling Activision Blizzard. So, this is crazy because like people were like, "What's gonna happen to Call of Duty? Oh my gosh!"
Well, of course, that's the main question because that's the biggest game that they sell.
Mhm.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
of course that's going to be the main. That's as if as the parent company of EA, which I don't even know the name right now, but that's as if the parent company of EA sells EA, and then everybody's gonna go, what's gonna happen to Battlefield? I mean, it's the game that sells the most.
Like, this is a comment someone posted on this. They said, I think it has, excuse me, I think it has more to do with the fact that Vivendi, the parent company, is in the state of financial upheaval. They aren't making a lot of money company wide, and may soon file for bankruptcy. COD is a huge franchise, but not big enough to pay the bills for the entire Vivendi company. Plus, from a business standpoint, you buy low and sell high. Blizzard Activision is probably more profitable now than ever, so selling it now would be a huge windfall for Vivendi. It's all about making money. So I don't think we need to worry about the fall of console games and the takeover from mobile games, because just look at Zynga. Those games aren't drawing the same people that made everyone switch to a casual market. So gamers, don't fret, everything will be cool. I think he said it better than anything I've heard on the entire
The
topic.
question that I have is what companies. I mean, I can understand how profitable Activision is. I mean, just the titles that they have the rights to is amazing. This is for the numbers that they sell, aka Call of Duty. But I'm confused on when companies actually going to want to buy them over, because I mean, of course Vivendi's trying to sell them because it's not doing as good as they wanted to. So why would another company pick up from their loss, that's their downfall? Because all that would do is just bring that same company or a different company down, the company that buys it.
Not necessarily if that company has a different mindset on the whole what they want from Activision.
That's true. And
Because
I mean, they could take away. I mean, honestly, what they could do is they can make Activision take away the rights to Call of Duty and give it to Treyarch or something. I mean, they might not honestly want
Randy.
them to sell that title anymore.
Randy,
So,
Treyarch is a game developer.
I mean, not Treyarch, but the parent company of
Treyarch, and the parent company of Treyarch is Activision.
Well, then you know what? All of you can just screw off.
I think the thing that most big buyers are going to have to think about Activision is either they're going to lose money or they're going to gain money. I mean, Activision might be the largest publisher right now, but you have to remember they were the cause of the 1989 chaos of video games. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it's called, but it was a big video game kind of like crash. Oh, the 1989 crash of video game crash, and Activision actually caused that because they.
I have no idea. That was like
Yeah.
that was like 7 years before I was born, so don't even talk.
That was
Yeah,
like,
they were.
Yeah.
They were the first publisher actually, but the fact of how they were running it is that they caused that, and that could always happen again. Depending on what happens of who's
Yeah.
running
And
the show.
that's kind of exactly what I'm talking about. It's kind of if it's such a large company that wants to pick up from Activision's loss, by all means go for it. It would be if they could recover Activision and make them sell the numbers that they've always been meaning to sell. There we go. I couldn't find the word for it. By all means, that would be awesome. But I mean, most companies would probably react to the same way that Vivendi did, or whatever the company is. They would probably kind of react the same ways that they did. I mean, every company probably has a different site or standpoint on how stuff should be ran. But I think that if they have the same standpoint or something similar, it's just going to either bring the company more down, it's going to bring Activision more down, or it's going to, keep it steady where it is right now, which is going to help.
This almost seems like a case of where this parent company Vivendi doesn't really know what it owns. Like, I think I don't know. This seems.
I think that if they had a different set point on what they know that they own,
I mean, to me, it's like
a little bit harder.
To me, it's like how badly do they want to sell these guys? Because we talked about this before the show, but Activision is very successful. They own a multi-billion-dollar game franchise, among others, and they're partnered with another publisher, Blizzard, and they created one main publisher. So they're even more successful than Electronic Arts, EA.
Well, dude, you gotta think they are successful, but they are not majorly successful. I mean, a company is majorly successful when they make a couple $100 billion. Activision only makes a couple $1 billion, You know
Okay,
that's only that's not enough profits for a parent
okay, but
company
still,
that they would want. That's
okay,
only
but
like the
still,
smallest
if we
fraction.
look at a company like EA, which is below Activision as far as profits, then who owns them?
I'm not even sure who owns EA. I mean,
I
maybe
just don't see why
I don't know.
are they do they want to sell them to a smaller parent company? I don't understand why Activision is such a blow for them. Is it really causing that much,
Well,
you know,
as this
detriment
person
to this huge company?
commented, maybe Vivendi's near the financial, break where they need to file for bankruptcy and they need to sell Activision so they can make the money. I
In the end though, this kind of shift is not going to mean anything for us.
This is actually related to the matter. It's like somebody stated a shifting market for video games may limit Activision's attraction to buyers. So I mean that definitely we gotta watch out. I'm gonna
And
be definitely watching this closely.
that's something else that I'm thinking about too. What if it goes to a what if Activision goes to like some no name buyer that nobody's never heard of before? What's gonna happen
I
to all the
well,
series that
I've
Activision
never heard
runs?
of Vivendi before today. So
Neither
that
have I.
shows you
That's
something
true.
about how much they really matter in the eyes of a gamer.
Actually,
That's true.
I have heard of Vivendi once before. I forgot where, but I've heard of them before somehow.
Or you
I
could
don't.
think of it as a different way. What if they went to a really, what if they went to into the hands of a company that knows, pretty much knows their shit. They know, like everybody knows them. They're known for something really great. I mean, that could be something awesome for Activision, but it kind of just depends on what company's hands Activision falls into.
All right, yeah.
The
Anyways, I get.
companies that Vivendi owns are there are a couple in here that you might know. The Activision Blizzard, Universal Music Group, which is huge.
I've heard of them, yeah.
SFR, which I don't know.
Haven't heard of them now.
Maroc Telecom,
Nope.
sounds European. GVT and Canal Group.
I haven't heard. I've only heard of the first two, Activision Blizzard and the music one. I can't even
Yeah.
remember it again.
That's three, not two.
But I mean, I guess we can finish up on that topic. And Tanner, didn't you have a topic you wanted to add in?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the announcement for the Chinese free-to-play Call of Duty online game.
Oh yeah. And that's
Um,
I saw the trailer for that, and people were like, "Is this going to be available in the U.S.?" The thing is,
It's
I
not.
yeah, it's not. I mean, it's made for China, and people were
It's
like,
made for China because consoles can't be sold in China for them to play.
"Yeah," because
Which is
China
really
doesn't
interesting.
wanna,
I think a lot of people don't know that. It's a
Yeah.
totally different world. It's just it's funny to think that it is actually against the law to own a video game console.
I think
Well,
it's kind
the
of
thing that I saw
retarded.
from back in 2000, a document, they said that they don't want the youth to be wasting their minds on video games. It'd be completely, wasteful. And
Mm.
I don't want to say China's got the right thing in mind, but I want to say that they've got a sort of ideal that works for them, I guess, but wouldn't work for us.
Mm.
But, I mean, those consoles make. I mean, that's one of the things that brings in a lot of the big money, especially within the teenage and childhood areas. And for some people, maybe like the owner or older areas, if I could say it right, like just to name out two people, like Michael, the CEO of Flexx. I mean, he plays video games. He probably buys a bunch of stuff from different video game console makers. And somebody else, I'm only bringing this up because I'm a part of them, but Yaush, I mean, Big Snacks. He's an adult, yet he plays video games. I mean, for on a daily basis, and like those two people alone, because they make their own living, probably spend more on video games and stuff like that than even the childhood and teens. So actually, I would think that selling in China, just maybe lowering the price a little bit, because I mean, as we all know, the stuff to that doesn't go as good as it does here. But I mean, they could probably make a lot of profits over there in China.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is people don't realize, or some people don't realize. I don't know how somebody wouldn't realize that China is a communist country, and people might disagree, saying, "Oh, China hasn't been true communist since the '80s."
Might not have been
Communist is
true communist, but they haven't gone to democratic yet, so they're
Yeah,
still communist.
yeah, communist is communist. It if the word pops up and you run by the simple basic standards of communism, you're communist. I mean,
Pretty much.
But I mean, we're not here to talk about communism. We're here to talk about that. I mean, from what I saw, the online game, I don't know, it hasn't appealed to me. I mean, recent Call of Duty titles haven't really appealed to me personally. I like the
No,
franchise, but
but it shows you how Activision is exploring a whole new.
Area of gaming.
Yeah, and this means that, well, maybe we could see a free-to-play Call of Duty game
But then again, there
someday.
goes all their profits.
yeah.
Not necessarily, because they have to. No, because how you make money from a free-to-play game is you use in-game options to buy.
Like Team Fortress 2 and stuff.
Kind of, yeah. You use in-game points or
But
money.
that wouldn't get as much as an actual game. Like, I mean,
Well,
game.
I think you'd be surprised actually.
I probably
I
would
think
be
Because
surprised.
in the end, the production value of a free to play game is not even close to a AAA title
Well,
like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 because
Me,
the game
I
is
honestly think that like with if they were to do sorry for interrupting, but to do a free to play, what they would have to do is like have purchasable weapons, things in game that
Exactly.
people would really want.
All right. So I think we're free to wrap this up. Here.
also just another point on Vivendi. I was doing some research while we were talking, and interesting point. They own Activision Blizzard, and then all of their other companies, aside from Universal Music Group in the U.S., all their other companies are major telecommunication companies or TV and broadcasting companies, and they're all in France. In fact, Vivendi is a French company.
So pretty much Activision and the music group. Not only are we the two only U.S. groups, so they pretty much have to carry, or not are we the only, but they're the only two U.S. groups, so they have to pretty much carry everything for the entire United States as far as game making wise and all that, or
Right.
just profits wise, but also they're the only two areas that actually focus in the online media.
Right.
Yeah. All right, I guess we can wrap this up. Thank you guys for coming and
I
doing
think
this.
this might have been the
Flex Talk
longest
thing.
episode.
Yeah,
It says
Uh,
22 minutes on the timer right now, so.
yeah. Make sure all of you Flexers subscribe to these guys. I'm really happy they decided to join me in
My pleasure, man.
this.
My pleasure. Anytime.
Yeah, and remember to subscribe to Flex for more, more content all the time. Anyways,
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
Sin City. Anyways, I'm Sin City Spartan HD, and you guys can go ahead and say your outros too.
I guess I'll start. I'm head of operations here at the Flexx Network, and I'll talk to y'all later.
I'm the head of operations here at the Flex
I
Network,
mean,
Mr.
head
Randy.
of live operations. I know, 'cause
And
I
I
always
will
say head
catch
of
you
live
later.
operations, and then it gets confusing. So I'm sorry. I meant to say live operations. No, there wasn't
No
leadership
harm
change.
all
done.
good.
No harm done.
My bad. And then Ocean's just like,
Oh, yeah. It's the Ocean Peasy, and I'm out.
see y'all later.
See ya.
All right, yeah.